Oh, it's spicy. That's hey there, pop star. Just had to take a step away for a moment. Send some messages right now. But I've been doing well, Popstar. Thank you for asking. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. And we're getting back into Ebonhorn, a new-ish character. We've got a 2024. I basically will want to reconstruct this file. Might as well keep working in it for now, and then at the end, move it over into my... Excuse me. Okay, and as I thought, it is just the essential object here. So at some point we'll have to go back and extract the other specs, but right now what we can do is shrink the arm size. Bought the Patreon subscription for a pumpkin, 2 pumpkin for the expert. Oh, heck yeah. Hopefully that will assist you. I was struggling a little bit with the VTuber conversion myself. So I actually am working with another artist to get that moving along. Okay, so let's open up Ebonhorn's work, see what we have to do. It's gonna be a slightly shorter day today. I tweaked my neck really bad. I've just been moving really slow today. Okay, so we're gonna adjust the arms and make some additional outfits. It was worth it. My camera and phone holder arrived today. Hopefully it's as it says it's being delivered today. Exciting. Very exciting. Let's also take a look at the character in Unity. What's gonna be your VTuber? Do you have like an OC that you're gonna be using? Interesting. Ebonhorn's not in this project. It's not an issue actually. I need to look at that a little bit closer. Also started my journey to learning ZBrush and working on finding references for something I'm working on. Very exciting. A lot of good things to say about ZBrush. think the sweater actually had the fur shader. Hopefully this doesn't break anything. Think of retopologizing the model, I will use Blender / ReTopoFlow. I know ZBrush, ooh, that looks good. I know ZBrush has a few ways that you can retopologize, but I guess most people still use another software for it. There's a way to do it, but I can't remember. I don't know enough about it. I've just seen it. All right. Very satisfying avatar. Very pleased with how he came out. It's awesome. Okay. So, first thing would be to shorten the arm length. Now, I can do that a few different ways, but I think the easiest way will simply be to actually make a T-pose position. So we're going to go over to face rigging here. So as it loads. Is it better than using Blender? Because I hate using shrink wrap sometimes. Shrink wrap is definitely annoying. I always have to just constantly duplicate the modifier and apply it just to keep it from getting glitchy. Just bites you so much. There's no easy way to fix it. Just try applying it while you're working with it, because you can always like update the internal vertices, the pre-modifier vertices. But retopology absolutely is a pain. There's no getting around that. It is just a painful experience for the most part. Zero is sill, so we'll do the export pose on frame 1. That might have been too much. I don't want to get the deform bones in there. I think I might try ZBrush might be better, but honestly, ReTopoFlow 3 is pretty good. I would always stick with what you're comfortable to start with. I just know that there are ways to do it in ZBrush. That triangulate modifier is always so slow. Cool. This has to be straightened too. Okay, so now our arms are perfectly straightened. We're going to do kind of the same thing with our feet. This may change how the character walks or feels a little bit, but it should be an improvement in the long run. So we're gonna have to redo a decent amount. I just want to make sure we have the correct setup going in here. So I'm going to show this in Explorer. That's my other test. And go ahead and export the character. Actually, no, before that, save. Let's make sure we're using the latest version of the rig. Boom. Trying to find references that blend elements of animatronics and organic anatomy. Difficult. Excuse me. Interesting. There's a game I always loved called Dark Sector. And like that one did a good job of having some pretty interesting organic elements. I think the same studio went on to make Warframe. No, is that what it's called? Yeah. They have a lot of fun organic armor designs. Right. I thought I just exported it, but now I'm not so sure. Avatar new SDK. I see. We're in the wrong directory, technically. Export that again. Let's need to figure out what this little stray vertex is there. So let's start by adding that to our list. Stray. Right, there's a lot of shape keys on this character, so this might take a little bit. All right, exported. Cool. Nice pose there. We're going to go to the rig now. I would like to reset it. We bring up the arm just a bit. But now that the feet are kind of centered at the ground, this should really assist with ensuring that the viewpoint is in the right spot. it's no longer moving the body around. It is in the right spot though. Okay, interesting. Maybe a little bit more forward. Looks right to me though. Yep, save that. Dark Sector, might need to look into that. Specifically, I'm trying to make him look buff and have stylistic animatronic body. You just think of that as armor. Okay, so we did that. We'll say I view check in VR. I'll have to check that one in VR, I think, to really understand what's going on there. We do want to shorten the arms. By about 5%. Let's see. Update the viewpoint to interesting. That was the same thought I had, to just move it forward. It must be the difference in position between the head bone and the eye bone. And that's probably what determines some of the offset differences. Let me look at the head bone. Did I put that in a weird spot? It seems to be right in the middle. But that is interesting. Because it is pretty close. So it might have shorter movements than if it was farther out. Cool. Okay. Shorter arms. I think we'll do that in the animation. Where'd my rig go? If we just scale this down. Not scalable. Also, we'll move these up a little bit further. Probably right about, let's see, right about there. Oh, I see. Okay, so we can bring it in a little. Then we just got to change the way it's rotating. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. That stray edge is part of the rig. So that's not a stray edge on the mesh. So we can disable that or check that one out. Hello, Pablo. Welcome. Hello, hello. They need to get the SDK for Warudo into Unity. I forgot to do that when I grabbed the SDK. Oops. Hello, Pablo. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the stream. I just threw out my neck and a little bit in pain. Thank you. This is actually an avatar I made a while back. He's got full face tracking. He looks pretty good. Very pleased with how he's coming out. I need to now figure out how to properly scale these. It says scaling limited here. What happens if I undo that? It doesn't do anything. This is tough. Thank you. Yeah, pretty pleased with this one. And I've learned so much since the last time I made this character. It's kind of cool to return to. We're gonna be making him some outfits and some tweaks and stuff. Jeans, like a casual outfit, shirts. I was thinking of working on it, but I didn't get to see. I think I was here when you were working on it, but I didn't get to see the finished product. Well, heck yeah. I should make more showcase videos of my characters. Okay, I think we did the viewport. Need to reinstall AutoRig Pro. I am not sure if it's needed though. It depends on what you're making it for. It might get in the way if you're making stuff for Roblox, because I don't think it has like a. It does have like a Unity export where you can kind of build stuff right away for Unity, but for Roblox, it doesn't. I don't think it has any defaults like that. So, but it is useful. I want to cook like you. Cook. I'll take my time, of course. Good. As long as the desire's there, that's what matters. Okay. Shorter arms. Do that. You just want to kind of shrink if possible. Can I do any of the deform bones? Nothing really wants to scale. Can I change the IK? Okay. Don't set it look so hard. Why is there 4,000 things? It's definitely looks more complicated than it is. Or at least you don't have to mess around with the complicated stuff as much as you think. Not a Roblox dev. I specifically want to make VR chat avatars and VTuber. Oh, my apologies. I was talking to Pablo with the Roblox comment there. Not ever touching Roblox. Ooh. Oh, I see it. Pablo asked a question. Probably should not have popped my neck there. Felt good. All right. So shorten the arms somehow. It's actually turning out to be a little bit more difficult than I thought to shorten the arms. Perhaps it would just be simpler to shorten them here. Because I could take the arm and just move it. So that is possible. You can just do a scale of 9.95. would literally be 5% shorter. Looks pretty well proportioned there. Trying to pop your joints too much, that's not good for you. I can't help it. I can't help it. All right, so that's a good start. Let's also set up Marvelous file. Then we'll have a few items. So the casual clothing, jeans, shorts, leg warmers. Let's just actually do arm warmers, leg warmers. Jeans, t-shirt, a hoodie, and lumberjack shirt. More like a flannel, I suppose. Excuse me. Going to the 80s vibes. A little bit, I suppose. With those arm warmers. You really don't see those very often these days. Did you know in Naruto, Sasuke's character, he uses like fire stuff? The sleeves that he has, which are just like, they're just like detached arm warmers basically. Those are actually for chemists to like handle flammable chemicals, which I thought was funny. All right, that should be good. Quest app. Let's try to deal with the quest gap first. Really don't see them much, not at all. Interesting. Is there a quest version in here? Yes, this one right there. And we'll do file, save copy. Oops. Quest version, just to keep them same name. Okay. Could probably move this all into one file. Any resources you use to find good reference. Pinterest is usually my go-to for finding reference. There's also a great program that I use called ProRef or PureRef, excuse me. This one, you can see I have the little icon right here. But basically it's like a free desktop application that allows you to organize your files really easily. So drop that right there. That's just to organize stuff, not to find things, but to like keep them next to your projects while you're working. It's a good one. It's definitely a good one. I also have that lull. Good. Yeah, I think Pinterest is great. And then what I would say is that making reference is a good thing to do. But also you can kind of go it one of two ways. First, find reference to make a design, or then make a design and then find reference to like kind of develop it further. So I feel like there's pros and cons to both of that. Like if you had something in your mind and you're trying to find reference to like get closer to that, that's okay. But I think that there is definitely a trap of just endlessly looking for reference. At the end of the day, you're like making a decision like this is basically what the character is going to look like can help you like filter through all your references. Interesting. It's got little edges there. So I don't mind that. It's kind of annoying because it takes too much space. Gap was he referring to? Makes the seam between fluff and lower legs. They all kind of have some loading issues. But he is asking specifically for the lower legs. We might as well just separate these for now. A new collection up here, which we'll call Evan or Quest Edit. And we'll move these up here. Quest Edit. Call this Fur Quest. I can delete this. Just mirror it back on. Excuse me. Basically search for references that have elements I want to incorporate to my characters or specifically for clothes or items. Pure image, ref image of a single screen takes all of the space, and I don't really get to see my model much, and I was thinking of buying a double screen to kind of fix that. My first model I started work on when I found your stream. Okay, interesting. Creating ref without knowing how to draw is tough, though. I have a giant drawing display tablet. I use it as a second screen. I think if you can, I've seen your sculptures. If you can sculpt, you definitely have what it takes to draw. So, you know, don't despair too much there, because I think you you'd be fine just jumping straight into it. Ah, shit. I gotta watch out. Got this other arm up here. I'm actually just gonna separate this one too. This will be arm for Quest. And just arm for. Oh. Try drawing, but I'm clueless. I'll try using my tablet to draw my free time when I'm not on PC. I have a giant drawing display tablet. I use it as a second screen. Good. And thanks for advice. Absolutely. So for like character design and making characters, there's a lot of fun stuff, but You know what? I think as long as you're having fun with whatever character you're designing, you're going to be making a good design. That's really what it comes down to. If you're like, oh, I'm having fun and I enjoy this, then I think that's exactly where you want to be. All right, that should fix the gap, but it does take us over 10K. I really hope I don't have to end up messing with this fur because it took a while to get it right last time. Gap right here. Oh, Liana Jade 12. No, I will not share my Discord with you. Okay, good. We did some edits, changed some stuff. I suppose I would like to use the same pose. Other one. Yeah. And it's not going to make too big of a difference right now, but let's also update. Bam. Dang, it's already almost 1 p.m. here. Where does the time go? Someone tell me that. Go to the action editor. And we do have this whole ShapeKey Baker animation clip, but what we'll do is we're actually going to link, go up to this folder. And we're going to use a linked one. That does actually have the pose I want. Go back here, paste this. All right, now we're updating both of them. Very good. All right, quest gap, not quite done. Also, I exported absolutely everything, which was very foolish. You're out. Gonna look for some documentation on how to learn to draw. Bye-bye. Enjoy your time drawing. If you ever were looking for more advice, be happy to give it. Enjoy your time, Pablo. We'll catch you later. Bye. Bye. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. This one's going to give me an issue because it does have shape keys, but none of these shape keys should affect the fluff anyway, so I'm just going to delete all shape keys there, delete all shape keys here. I'll not do that for the body. But now I will go to this right here. Body, fur, and update. This damn dog's barking again. Something went wrong. I went on to attempt to create a bunch of shape keys. I did add the fluff. Actually, it's fine. I know exactly what's going on. What we require, just make sure that the mouth is moving. There we go. Yes, it is. Just have to select it too. Is that double? No. Hello, the jail. Been a hot minutes. Don't even remember. I used to go by the name Torch. I do remember Torch. Welcome, the jail. The J-Lo. Love to talk more, but I'm in class. Hope you have a good day. Same to you, J-Lo. Enjoy class. Thanks for coming by again. We're working on our boy Ebonhorn right now. Minotaur Man. The reason those did not bake properly is because they have armature modifiers. So we just need to remove those. And we should be in a pretty good spot. Why are these way over here? Oh, I know why. Because I made them probably while I had a key shape key selected. That's a no-no. No-no. Which means these ones are suffering from the same exact issue. This one's not as bad. There we go. Okay, shape key's gone. Fur reset. About the body. Now it's been reset. You can also remove the triangulate there and here. And now we just have the one here with the one triangulate. Update. We see that it's back to normal, except that the mouth's open. Could be because we have this selected. Just want to select the basis. He looks like kind of. I like the shadow right there. That's funny. The normal. All right, export that. That should be another item off the checklist. Now we're going to return to the other version. Other file. Start getting our Marvelous Designer file set up. Screens just went out. All right, save that. Back to Ebonhorn. And I'm actually going to re-export him as well. We're eventually going to separate the clothing completely. Probably should have done that right now. Oh well. I'm going to actually make another clothing, which we'll call sweater. And I'll rename that too. Always need more collections. And it's actually really nice to have the rig on its own in its own folder. A lot easier to play with. Okay. Just the body this time. Loading still. Go, save. Right. Looking good. Nice and fluffy. What next? Next is extracting the body. So we're going to make a new collection. Move it up here. Call this body edit. I'm going to take the body. Yeah, just the body. And move that into body edit. Turn off the rig and the triangulate. We have just this. Then I'm going to delete everything except the tail, maybe. Okay. So now we've got the essentials. We're going to do that one more time, but keep the hooves. Okay. So we're going to rename this. In fact, we'll put it into its own collection, which we'll call body components. And we'll drop this in here. Body marvelous. And we'll call this body marvelous proxy. Drop that there. Save. In the folder, we're going to adjust the collection we're sending this to. First, we'll set it up to export FBX files and then change the file we're in to something this. Make a new folder. We'll call it Miner. Hello, Dara. Welcome. Cow now, or is it a lion? Maybe it is. In fact, Minotaur. It's actually an older mission. We're going back and doing some tweaks and changes. Oh, look at that nice reflection. Hello, Dara. Welcome. And we'll save this here as md proxy dot fbx accept and export. Okay. Okay, that means we can close this one. Open up this. Nailed it. Thank you. Oh. I need to take a nap. Guess we'll update. Loading, 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 loading. One second. Here's my afternoon. Hello, Jeannie. Welcome. Oh man, wish I could crack all my vertebrae in my neck. Shouldn't. Really should not. That's what I want to do. What I want to do. here, Marvelous Designer. I'm going to drop in the proxy file right here. I'm going to copy this path as well. Hello, Arctic. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Going to be a little bit of a shorter stream today. Just because I started late, but hope everyone's doing well. There we go. All right, so this looks pretty good. Let's open up our library. And we're going to start with a few different items. We'll start with just one, actually. So let's just do the arm warmers. Why not? This will be real simple. In fact, we don't need that to start with. We'll just take a rectangle. Probably right about there-ish. And I could snap the view. I cannot. And I will segment so into itself. That should work. Then we can switch back to grabbing it. Show arrangement points. I will take this guy, put him right there. Make him a bit thicker. Cool. Doing as okay as ever. I suppose you see Discord recently, by the way. I have seen it. Did you send a message recently? Because if so, I don't think I've seen one. Okay. Let's check. / with the word wings. All right, some tweaks. Okay. I'll have to kind of sit on that and I'll give you a proper answer about 2 hours from now once I wrap up the stream, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I'll just finish out my stream for the day. Then I'll have to think about what my schedule looks like. Okay. This could definitely be a little bit tighter as well. And we'll increase the thickness. So we want kind of like a fluffier look. Thicker fabric. I'm going to add a point. Right there. Last week, I did find something funny last night, but I want to check things out in Unity first before I start my yapping. Fair enough. Yeah, I just started looking at it right now. YouTube does tend to have a bit of delay. I'm not sure exactly what the issue is there, but it does kind of lag behind. It doesn't look any different whether I scale it or not. Maybe it's a bit too wrinkly for what we're doing. All right. Yeah, let's kind of switch up that material too. Yeah, it's Toasty, almost full minute last time I was here at work. That's why I like Twitch. Yeah. It's definitely a bit faster. Call this Ebonhorn leg